All right, what's up? Welcome to the Gossip Intellectual with me, Royce Wynn, comedian Royce Wynn, where we talk everything gossip, news, sports, politics, entertainment. Excited to do the podcast today. I'm actually doing it Thursday afternoon. Had to do a little bit of a early one. Big news today, explosive. One day I'll get the buttons with the Snoop Dogg explosive. Crazy day today. A lot of fun stuff. But how are you? Hope you're doing good. Weather's still decent. It's a gloomy pre-hurricane type of day. If you're down south, prayers and blessings. Take precautions. Okay, don't be one of these crazies like it's just a little hurricane. Global warming isn't real. It's real. Okay? And it's getting worse. It's angry weather. It's angry people, angry weather. Okay? Nothing is calm right now. It's just chaos. Chaos in the world. Chaos with the weather. So cover up, travel, do what you need to do. Take care of yourself. I'm in a decent mood, man. Feeling blessed. As usual, healthy, no major health issues, right? I got this stomach thing, right? Whatever stresses me out, then it starts to like pinch the side of my stomach a little bit. Everybody's got a thing, right? But for the most part, I'm good. I'm not in and out of any type of medical place or anything like that. So happy about that. And, same problems as everybody else, relationships, money, whatever. Anyway, what I was thinking about, I kind of said it on my morning walk. If you follow me on TikTok, I'm just excited to be giving full effort, right? When you give effort, you learn things and you start to respect yourself a little bit more, right? Maybe not outwardly, inwardly, your soul feels it, your spirit feels it. It's just like, you know what, I showed up, despite whatever I had going on, I was there and I got better and gave a better influence to myself and others. So that's just where I'm at right now. I'm just like, you know what, Royce, just give effort. Give effort and that's all you can do, right? Give effort. Do the right thing, and that's what today's show is about. Do the right thing and give effort, because there's people that have been giving effort and doing the wrong thing in the wrong places. And we're going to start out with Mayor Eric Adams, Turkish Adams. Let's talk about Mayor Eric Adams. Okay, so Turkish Adams, Turkish Coffee Adams, Mayor Turkey Adams, got indicted. Charges were released about an hour or two ago on Thursday. Thursday afternoon, charges were released. They were sealed. So now they're unsealed, right? So sometimes you're a seal and sometimes you're not a seal anymore. Take your seal off, right? So he's getting put on ice for sure. Okay. So I know seals like to slide on ice. It's a slippery slope for Mayor Eric Adams. Basically, he took funds from Turkish businessmen, Turkish politicians. It wasn't hard to figure out. I kind of said it before it officially came out. It's like, these guys want to come to New York and they want to set up shop. Okay, they want to build buildings and they need a guy who's going to get them across the red tape, those little lines, the little things that are put in place so foreign governments can't come here and do what they want. So they paid Eric Adams. At first, I saw $100,000. Then recently, they said it was $10 million that Eric Adams received over a couple of years. They said he's been corrupt for a while, though. Like this was put in place, so it was just strategic. They were like, "Oh, him, yeah. He's been corrupt for a while. Let him do our dirty work." So if you live in New York, which I do, there's just buildings being built everywhere. And you're like, who's in that building? Nobody. Who owns that building? Foreign people own the building, and they're making millions and millions and millions of dollars. Because if they're paying him $10 million, guess how much they're making? Okay. And he's supposed to be fighting for the people, right? We have a rent crisis going on. Everybody's struggling to survive. New York is a place, it's the hardest to survive. You come here to chase your dreams. Was like, how am I going to pay rent? I got to live with 6 people and a couple of mice just to survive. So obviously he doesn't care about rent and people surviving and the cost of living if he's taking money from Turkish people. You know what? I did meet a Turkish girl, and she was rich as hell. Her family was rich as hell. Her family was Turkish politicians. I wonder if they were part of it. I should message her and be like, hey, was your family part of this? Her apartment wasn't that great. She lived in Williamsburg. Small little apartment. But she was like, I can't be on social media because my mom is a government official. And I was like, I get that. Anyway. So it's the same guy that got Diddy, Damian Williams, the serious dude with the light skin glasses. And when you see him at the press conference, you need to be scared because he no laugh at nothing, right? Because he said 1,000 bottles of baby oil without a smile or a smirk. Okay, that's a serious man. Okay, you don't want to mess with Damian. All right. So people are saying this is connected to Diddy. Now, I don't know. This is not a journalistic podcast. This is a comedy podcast. Okay, so I just give you my thoughts. Okay, the comedy gift is we're just like, why, how, where. We find a funny angle, point of view, and we talk to you about it, and we have a high level of common sense. That's it. All right? Since I was young, I just had so many questions. Everybody was like, why you have so many questions? Nobody was even thinking about that. I was thinking about that. And I was like, oh, this is a world where people think like me. I could be a comic. So anyway, somehow it's involved with Diddy. It's the same guy that went after Diddy. So I don't know what the connection is there. I mean, obviously, Diddy has ties to New York. So if it's a dirty mayor, Diddy's a dirty dude. Somehow they're probably connected. Now, before everything, the documents were unsealed. He did a press conference looking like Muhammad Ali. He had it looked like a bunch of Muslims around him. Nobody looked government around him. It was just a bunch of dudes was just like, where did you get those dudes from? This is like a bunch of people selling incense around him. It's a joke. So he was like, these charges are not real. I am a target because I stand up for the people and I will fight. I can't wait to fight. And people were yelling at him, you're a liar! You haven't done anything! Yes, I'll take the next question. Volatile press conference. You know, New Yorkers going to speak their mind. So it looks like the guy is going down. I mean, his brother was involved. I think somebody that headed up the schools were involved. I think it was his brother or somebody very close to him. They were trying to ask him a question. He was like, I think the Knicks are going to be good this year. And I was like, good answer. Anytime you're in an awkward conversation situation, bring up sports. Okay? That's a little conversational tip for you. Right? Anywhere. You can always bring up sports and change the subject. That's some for people to talk about. He said he was a target because he was helping the people. I've been trying to help the people and they've made me a target, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think he's trying to help the people because I was like, you didn't fix the trains. I tweeted at you multiple times. Fix the trains. All right. He liked it one time. Like, I think he just likes me because I talk a lot of shit. He doesn't know who I am. I'm just joking. But he did like my post. That's what they would come at you about. If you actually got the trains running on time for the amount that we pay, instead you got more police in the trains, giving people tickets for hopping the trains, which is a rebellious act for the trains not ever being on time and making our lives harder. So we're like, fuck that. We're going to hop the turnstile. Instead of saying, why are people hopping the turnstile? Maybe they feel it's an injustice to have the fare constantly being raised. I think when I got to the city, it was $2.25. Now it's $2.90. And the trains have not gotten any better. Okay? I'm off the Utica Avenue stop. All right? The mentally ill at that stop is insane. Okay? 8 out of 10 times when I get on this A train, it's going to be somebody on the train doing something crazy. Right? Doing something wild. It's just like, I just need some peace. All right? I just want a peaceful ride. Did Mayor Eric Adams do anything about it? No. All right? People are getting shot. Now, that person was a little crazy. From what they say, I don't know. We haven't heard from the witnesses. They said he came at them with a knife. But also, he had jumped the turnstile and they followed him onto the train over 290. Okay? Everybody's like, take the L for the 290. Okay? I live in Brooklyn. Sometimes the cops just let you go. They're like, whatever, man. Do what you got to do. I seen a cop open the door for a girl. Like, here. Whatever, sis. You look like you need it. So, just depends on the personality of the cop. All right. But I don't know why these people think they can live the life of luxury and nobody's going to look into it. Like, he had luxury benefits, travel, expensive tickets. I think they got somebody saying he bought an expensive ticket at the last minute and you only had to pay $50. That looks suspicious, Eric. Okay? Who's paying for your tickets? No, somebody else got it. I'll just pay the $15 and we'll be on our way. So, Eric Adams is going down. They want him to resign. He's saying he's not going to resign. Charlemagne brought up the point of Trump still running for president despite all his legal troubles. But it's not the same. You're not running for president. You're not Donald Trump. Okay, there's only one Donald Trump. I don't care how many people think they could be him in their personal lives. And if you're the president of, I don't know, your local watch group or whatever, you're not Donald Trump. Okay, you get caught in a scandal, you're out of there. Okay, this is one Donald Trump who could stay there after doing this scandal and somehow sell people stuff. We'll talk about that in a second. But Eric, you're about to go. So I think everybody's waiting for Kathy Hochul to pull the trigger. But that's it. I think there was something with some girls with Eric and Diddy. I don't want to put them past him. We all know Eric is the Diddy of mayors. I mean, the guy was literally at every party. He was sniffing the ooh-wee in public. So that's been explosive news with Mayor Eric Adams, Turkish Adams. Okay, so the interesting thing about these guys is, the Mark Robinsons, the Eric Adams, the Diddys, they all want to tell their story like they can convince and persuade people. So I don't know if that is a part of narcissism, but the public is smart. There's more information out there. It's not back in the day where people didn't know what was going on. Now there's so much information. The reporting's getting better. The reporting's faster. Just don't say anything and let your lawyers handle it. So Eric Adams said he's going to fight it. And Diddy said he wants to take the stand during his trial, which is a horrible idea. Absolutely horrible. I mean, if your lawyer's having trouble trying to defend you, he put his foot in his mouth multiple times. Okay, he tried to say him and Cassie had a love affair. It's just like, okay, he's on video kicking her. That doesn't seem too loving. All right. And then the feds responded with, yeah, he was trying to make her do things she didn't want to do. She was trying to get out of there. Okay, it was a Players Club situation. All right. So he says there's not too much he could do to keep Diddy off the stand. So he plans to talk about how it was just some type of a love story between them. Listen, there's some love stories that we don't want to hear. Okay, and this This is one of them. Okay, the more in detail you go about you and Cassie, I don't think it's gonna sound too good. You're not making a love album here. You're in court. Okay, people gonna see through the BS and actually ask you questions about where, when, and how, and why you did certain things. Okay, you can't just make it sound good. There's not gonna be any music playing in the background while you're sitting in there on trial. All right, you can't talk this way out of this. Well, first of all, they said you're not good with talking with girls, which I believe. The guys that are craziest toward women are usually the worst with talking to women. All right, women are right about that one. Men, we need to learn how to communicate. Because when we don't communicate, we communicate violently. All right. Stay off the trial. Stay off the stand, Diddy. Okay. I know you're used to being in control and being in power, and they're gonna press your buttons. Okay. It's gonna be worse than a Flagrant 2 podcast. All right. They're gonna try to get you riled up. You're gonna be looking like Donald Trump when they talk about rally sizes. Okay. Stay off the stand. All right, they know you have a temper. All right, these people study you. They got the playbook on you. All right, so if you think you can get in there and sway people, I don't think you're that good, man. I mean, even after the Cassie video, when you did that video, I don't know where you were, but it didn't come off well. You look like Chet Hanks. Oh, man, crazy. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. You're delusional. Also, you're going through withdrawal. You haven't been eating. All right? All that makes for an unclear head. And you're going to say something crazy. All right? So your lawyer is making it worse for you. But I don't even want to blame the lawyer. It's the situation you put him in. Okay? Sometimes some situations are just indefensible. All right? All right, so he said he probably got the baby oil from Costco. That's why he had 1,000 bottles. Costco was down the street. All right. He was just trying to throw something out there. He's trying to normalize and downplay the situation, but it's just not gonna work. Right? That's like if you catch, your significant other in a room with somebody else, and it's just like, honey, he was just helping me make up the bed, and we wanted to decorate the room, and then we fell on top of each other. It's just, there's nothing you can say at that point. Okay, we saw you on top of each other. We saw you smooshing. Okay, so he's like, so Costco came out and made a statement that said, we don't even sell baby oil. I don't know what you're talking about, sir. Which is hilarious that Costco came out and said they don't sell baby oil. People in my comments on TikTok like, yeah, I never seen baby oil at Costco. Which I thought was hilarious because it just means if they're not buying in bulk, that means they had to go from store to store and buy baby oil after baby oil. 10 here, 10 there, 10 here, 10 there. Okay. Like, what type of vehicles did they have? Did he was sending black SUVs to the store to get baby oil? Johnson & Johnson for my Johnson. Okay, so it's not looking good for Diddy. Netflix is doing a documentary. I think I saw that there's going to be multiple documentaries coming out. So I think Gene Deal, who's been exposing a lot, his ex-bodyguard, was saying they're just waiting for things to proceed in court, and I guess the trial to get started so they can start rolling out with this stuff. But remember that article came out, I forgot what magazine it came out in, but it was about his time in Howard. So people have been doing research. Okay, apparently he was abusive to his girlfriend in Howard. It's been crazy. Did he been crazy for a long time? All right. So 50 Cent is applying pressure. Now, people might not know why 50 Cent and Diddy have issues. Remember, Mace was working with 50 Cent, but they couldn't get the paperwork finished because Diddy was holding out for whatever reason. And 50 Cent was mad about that. Okay, Mace has been quiet, but Mace knows a lot. And Mace got out clean. We thought Mace was crazy. It was like, why are you leaving when y'all on top of the world? But Sometimes you gotta wait it out and see what God has in store for you. So, I know Diddy hates Johnson and Johnson's baby oil. If he sees any baby oil in prison, he's gonna kick the fuck out of that baby oil. They say don't drop the soap, don't drop the baby oil. All right. Speaking of freaks, let's get to Cardi B and Offset. Their explosive IG live. So I get home last night. I had a couple beers in me, but Cardi B and Offset must have had more than that because she was going off on IG live on Offset. Okay, Offset is in the comments. Okay, tell the truth. You did it to somebody while a baby was inside of you. What? First of all, that's just crazy to say. Okay, I wouldn't want nobody to know that if I'm going through that situation with the mother of my children. Like, I don't want anybody to know that the mother of my children was banging somebody else while pregnant. That is an in-the-house issue. Okay? Obviously, all the stuff is going to be online forever. Cardi B's one of the biggest stars in the world. So their kids are going to see this one day. She responds, and did. And did. Wow. Okay. She's like, I don't care. I don't care. We can go lick for lick. We can go lick for lick. I don't care. Okay. So they're trying to expose each other, trying to embarrass each other. And it's just not good. Okay, you don't have to prove anything to anybody else, to you, yourself, and maybe your spouse and your kids. Okay, nobody else needs to know about the tumultuous things that are going on in your relationship. Okay, so I guess he had triggered her. He had a couple tweets, calling her B, calling her an H word. And she was like, whatever, I don't care. I'm going to go off. Okay. But you do care because you're on IG Live, right? And you're trying to hurt him by admitting that she said, I'm fucking on people better than you, all right? I was always better than you. You a decent father. I would never F your ops. I just want women to know, it never looks good for you to be bragging about banging other dudes, okay? That's not cute. All right, dudes are looking at you like, ill, as cute and sexy and funny as Cardi B is, I'm still like, Cardi B, that's nasty. Okay, you got placenta dripping on somebody's dick. Okay, the baby is like 20 days old. Oh, they said this is while the baby was pregnant. Just okay. That's just that. When there's a baby involved, just I thought it was nasty when Kevin Hart was cheating on his wife at 9 months. A girl doing that with the baby inside of you, it's just wild. Now, that's very painful. Like I said, this is the equivalent of going to war, being shot at. Like, what she said is it's going to do what it needed to do. Like, this will wake Offset up in the middle of the night every night. Okay, there's some things that men just don't get over. Okay? It burns us for life. Okay? There's girls I like, I see them with another guy, it eats me up. Okay? And also, things are heated right now. They're going through the divorce and the paperwork and everything. And you guys might be back together in a month or two. Okay, we've seen it time and time again. People always go back. Y'all got kids together. Y'all got years together. Y'all got businesses and money together. Y'all might be back together. So going on IG Live, embarrassing yourselves and your family is not the move. Okay. It was funny. You did look cute. I'll give you that. You looked adorable while you were pissed off. A Libra gonna leave her every time. A Libra gonna leave her every time. Don't fucking play with me. I don't give a fuck. Hilarious. But in the long run, I'm just like, this is not good at all. And who was the guy? Who was the guy? Cardi B. Some people are saying you were making it up just to hurt him, but Offset said he said, "I'm gonna show the text messages." What's Offset? What are you doing? Why would you expose the mother of your kids' promiscuous activities? Why would you do that? Like that don't help you. That don't help her. That don't help nothing. Like y'all are not thinking clear headed right now. And listen, man, I told you, big houses, big weddings, it usually doesn't end in the best. Right? Like a year ago, y'all were walking around showing off your house, and now look at y'all on IG Live looking chaotic. But yeah, I don't think you guys proved anything. Offset is threatening to take her to court, and I hate when people do this. Do not go to court and use money to hurt somebody. What are you getting out of that? First of all, y'all have to raise kids together, so to hurt your mother of your kids financially is hurting your kids, is creating damage mentally and financially for your kids, and it's just going to be a mess. And it's a coward move. That's a coward move, especially as a man. Just because you're mad that she didn't want to be with you anymore or that she stepped out. And it's documented that Offset has stepped out multiple times. So you brought this on yourself. You started this with just stepping out. I know you like to dance, but you shouldn't be stepping that way. Okay? Keep your penis in house, or you should have been separated. Okay? You knew what you were getting. You knew you were getting a Dominican from the Bronx. Okay? She's not going to be the nicest all the time. So every time your little feelings get hurt or you don't feel like the man, which she alluded to, you stepping out. Don't do that. That's a weak move. Okay? You are a musician. Express your feelings. Say how you feel. Say how you want to be treated. And she looks serious. Like, some people think it's for promotion. I don't think this is for promotion. She had that evil smile, frown. Dude. With the devil, it seemed like the devil was pointing down. So I don't think they're coming back from. They might come back from this, but right now it's gonna be nasty for a while. Okay, don't go public with your problems. Yeah, but that's corny. He was talking about, I'm gonna show you the girls in my DMs, trying to make her feel jealous. This is what I'm saying, girls. Stop dating these rappers and athletes because they just want to control y'all, and they don't really know how to have a mature relationship. All they know how to do is be fly and cool, but that wears off. What's Offset's real name? Whatever, let's say his real name is Jeffrey. She wants to get to know Jeffrey eventually. All right, yeah, you got her in with the rapping and the dancing and the cool stuff, but then you got to be a real man. And once you start being childish, playing DM games, snitching on her on the internet, she's looking at you as a child. That makes her lose respect for you more. Okay? Ray J. Okay, stop trying to control your girl with money. Like she said, you just buying her bags. That's corny. That's old. Buy her heart, Offset. Tell her how you really feel. If you don't feel that way, leave. So, the fact that he responded, right? Don't respond to your girl going off on you on the internet. If y'all have that type of relationship, whenever she goes to the internet, you don't go to the internet. That's corny, right? I've had situations like that, and I was like, I couldn't do it. I was just like, this is ridiculous. I cannot be a grown ass man typing in an argument going back and forth. Now I am guilty of throwing a sub here and there. I will admit to that. Okay. But yeah, Cardi B's corny for doing the whole IG live. Obviously she's hurt. Obviously she's trying to get a reaction. And Offset, you're corny for tweeting and reacting and trying to expose your baby mom. Cardi B talking about, I'm not gonna be messy. I don't want to be messy for the next man. But I'm like, Cardi B, you're 3 kids in. Like, y'all need to figure it out. Y'all 3 kids in. 10 kids in if you count Offset's other kids. Now it's Cardi B. I mean, 1 in a million personality, fun girl, hilarious person. But I don't know, man. Now, I will be your transition. If you want somebody, if you want a situationship, I'll be there. I will get in the car. I won't say anything. By the way, who is the dude? Who was the lucky man that had pregnant Cardi B? That's not my thing. I don't know, when y'all go on y'all websites, y'all watch the pregnancy stuff? I never really watch it. I'm always just like, oh my God. Who's the father? He's just letting you be out there like that? Anyway. So that situation was crazy. It's hilarious. It's everywhere. Go check it out. Okay, so I was just talking about being childish and petty, and the internet kind of is a woman game. Okay, as a man, you just don't want to be going back and forth with people on the internet. It's a double standard. It's a feminine thing. Innately, it should be in you as a man to say, I'm not going to do this. Right? There's times where I really wanted to say something. It didn't feel right. As a grown man, it just didn't feel right. But to Shannon Sharpe, it did. I guess he had something. He said something about Caitlin Clark, and then a fan said, "You're always defending Caitlin Clark." And then he said something about go find another horse to take hair from or something. And the lady had a Meg Thee Stallion profile pic. Okay. And I was just like, I don't think I can defend this, because out of all the things you could have thought to said, why would you make fun of a black woman's hair? Okay, now I don't know. We have the identity of this person, but still the comment. Okay, everybody thought Michelle was white. Everybody thinks you mess with white girls. You like white girls better, and now you're making fun of black woman's hair. Okay, he said something like, "I will no longer respond. Pray for me, y'all." That's not the best response. I need a longer response on how you love black women. You have black children, and why you would bring up a black woman's hair to try to discredit her. Okay, now there's plenty of things you could have said. You could have said, why are you so worried about my takes? You probably don't even watch the WNBA like that. Go practice, work on your own jump shot, get your own podcast and give your own point of view. You went straight to her hair as a diss. That's like somebody going straight to you being dark skinned as a diss. It's just like, obviously there's some things inside of you that will make you say something like that. Leave the comedy to comedians. That's what keeps happening. Y'all keep thinking y'all are funnier than y'all are. Vlad, Elon Musk, and now Shannon Sharpe. You don't have no comebacks. That's why you got horsehair. Like, what type of 1960s diss is that? Right. And leave Meg Thee Stallion out of it. Now, maybe he's so out of it, he was just like, oh, her name is Meg Thee Stallion because she like horses. Like, by the way Cardi B was petting her hair, she was petting her hair like it was a cat. Like it was a little, like an anxiety tick. She kept petting her hair. She kept petting and petting. I was like, that hair has been petted enough. But yeah, this is terrible for Shannon Sharpe. It makes the allegations stronger. It makes it harder for him to defend himself. And it makes it look like you don't fuck with black women. I hope your daughter checked you. I hope your baby mother's checked you and explained to you why you shouldn't be talking about a black woman getting horse hair. All right, Chris Rock did a whole movie on black women's hair. They disrespect our hair all the time. Black women's hair all the time. You are repeating white supremacy talking points. That's how they tried to get at Jasmine Crockett. She had to tell her, you a bad bitch built body. Okay, don't talk about my hair. So you turn into a black Marjorie Taylor Greene, Shannon Sharpe. So yeah, I don't know why that was the first thing to come to your mind as a diss. So fix it. Okay, so speaking of white supremacy talking points, KKK Higgins, Clay Higgins, had just some racist, horrible things to say about the Haitians. I'm gonna read it to you. Okay, so it was like a Haitian advocacy group is suing. I think they're suing Donald Trump and JD Vance for their harmful rhetoric. It's putting a lot of Haitians in Springfield, Ohio, in danger. Okay, they were just living peacefully Haitian in Ohio, and the right-wing conspiracy theorists, Donald Trump, JD Vance, and others are running with this Haitian conspiracy theory. By the way, they're legal migrants that are in Ohio. These are not illegal immigrants that came here on a boat. These are legal migrants that are adding to the Springfield, Ohio way of life. So KKK Clay Higgins says, LLL, these Haitians are wild. Eating pets, something nastiest country in the Western Hemisphere, cults, slapstick gangsters. But damned if they don't feel all sophisticated now, filing charges against our president, VP. All these things better get that. All these thugs, better get. This is my own handwriting, by the way. All these thugs better get their mind right and their ass out of the country before January 20th. Okay, completely racist. This is a guy who works for the U.S., the United States of America. If we haven't found out anything this year, it's that our government is racist. Our voters are racist. Our constituents are racist. And you've got guys like this who once called KKK leader David Duke a homeboy, voted for Duke. And it's always people like this that just got skeletons. All right, so they say he owns $160K in child support, and he's got some other issues. All right, this guy should not be in Congress. All right, Mike Johnson talking about, he went in the back and he prayed about it, and he took the tweet down. What? He prayed about it? We're gonna need a little bit more than prayer. Okay, this is not an athletic sport event. Okay, that is a horrible thing to say, and clearly a biased, racist thing to say to people that did not deserve it. And something's wrong with the guy. Like, why are you spazzing out? And that's the best way you can express yourself. I know he's pissed that Kendrick Lamar is doing the Super Bowl because he's in Louisiana. This dude is a racist. And he's working for the American people. He should not be working for the American people. These people show themselves. They got weak skin. It's sad. Everybody else was thinking, what kills me about people like this is that the people he represents are like the people he's trying to create a stereotype of. Like, you want to talk about lazy? You want to talk about using the country? You want to talk about thugs? January 6th. It's the whites. Okay. Thuggish behavior, lazy behavior, uneducated, do the research. It's the whites. Okay. This is what we talk about when we talk about mediocre white men who are angry at some Haitians. Told in conspiracy theories. This guy is crazy. We're in a sad state where the crazier you are, the more success you will have, because there will be more crazy people following you and getting behind your ridiculous theories on life. And the fact that Mike Johnson, couldn't even denounce this guy and said he prayed about it and took it down. What the fuck are we doing here? Okay. This is crazy. So I don't know what else to say about this. It's clearly a KKK member in Congress from Louisiana. This guy is Rich Lowry of Congress. Okay, so speaking of KKK members, Trump can't end a podcast without Trump. Every podcast, every day, there's going to be some Trump and Diddy news. Okay. So the funny thing about Trump now, the grift continues. He's selling $100,000 watches with diamonds and gold. The best watches, the best watch you can find. He's not even a good salesman. Okay, I did a little bit of sales, right? You're supposed to describe it and show how the product is going to help this person to the point where they make their own decision to say, yeah, I'll get this watch. All he does is says, it's going to be great. It's going to be the best. So he's selling gold watches. I don't know if he knows most of his supporters are broke and don't have $100,000. They say a man of the people who's selling you watches. Okay? There's a diamond district. There's a gold district in New York. None of those people want to run for office because they'd rather be making lots of money selling people jewelry. Okay? Pick a side. You either selling jewelry or you running for president and you're helping people better their lives. Last time I checked, a watch does not make your life better. All right? There's plenty of ways to tell time. Everything's digital these days. A Trump watch. Are you kidding me? The man has no shame. So now we had sneakers, we had Bibles, watches now, we had cards. All right? Now I'll give you, he's one of the greatest brands of all time. His ability to take his face and name and sell stuff is crazy, which is what he should have just kept doing. He should have just kept with the fake billionaire brand, stayed out of politics, and he'd be super rich. He wouldn't have all these court cases because people wouldn't be pissed off and annoyed by all the things he's saying. And he could have been, Trump. Trump the label, Trump the brand. But now you're just a weirdo running for president, but also selling watches. Do you know how weird that sounds? I'm running for president, but I'm also selling watches. What the fuck are you thinking about? And I'm glad another billionaire came in and talked about how crazy you are. Mark Cuban debunked your little tariff plan, which you couldn't explain, which people that really do economics said it's just going to make things more expensive for the American people, which Mark Cuban said is just going to cause more inflation. It's going to cause more inflation. Anything Trump does is going to cause more inflation. So Mark Cuban says Kamala Harris obviously has things detailed, planned out. The economics are behind Kamala Harris. Dogs are mine next door to me. Welcome to Brooklyn. So anyway, Mark Cuban went on a couple news stations, Fox and CNN, and said his tariff idea makes no sense. It's going to make it easier for China and harder for the American people. Okay? Trump is just as bad as these Turkish guys paying off Eric Adams. All right? He's going to build buildings, give tax breaks to the rich, and somehow it's going to make it better for you. It's not. Then he threw a little temper tantrum because Zelensky didn't want to meet with him anymore. Mike Johnson wrote Zelensky a letter. Well, if you're talking about the guy that's trying to take over his country and you're supporting their talking points, the guy's probably not going to want to meet with you. Every time he comes here, he gets $1 billion. They just give him money. They got us in a war. They can't get us out. I will do it, though. I'm Trump. I can do anything. So, yeah, Zelensky said these guys are too crazy. I don't even want to meet with them. What he's really saying is these guys are dumb. They're not worth my time. There's no way I'm going to come over here and talk to them. Yes, I'll spend time with a competent person like Kamala Harris. And they got mad about it. They were like, how you going to spend time with Kamala and not with us? Because y'all have nothing to talk about. Okay, you have to have something to talk about. What are you going to say? We're not going to give you any more money, and we really think Russia has a good point. What? Yeah, Zelensky's not going to come here for that. Okay, he's going to wear his Kif-like sweatshirts and go tour places where working people are and with a competent-minded possible president. Okay? I think Zelensky said if Trump wins, Putin is going to take action immediately and bomb something in Ukraine because he knows Trump is his bitch. You want to talk about a freak off? This is a political freak off. If Trump becomes president, Putin gets a political freak off and does whatever he wants with Trump. All right, that's a podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'm having fun doing this, and I hope you have a great day and enjoy life and keep laughing. All right, bye.